Today we on Woody podcast. I'm being introduced to your podcast and
Yeah, welcome to the channel,
to
man.
your channel
Welcome to the channel.
and,
So,
and things that you want to talk about.
yeah. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Woody, and I have a special guest today. I'm going to introduce him in a little bit, but you already know I love talking about weed, bringing awareness to it, just drugs in general. And since I don't personally do it, I have someone on this channel who does, and he's going to talk about his story, so we're going to listen to it. But before we jump in, please introduce yourself.
They call me Cool Boy. That's my good old friend right here. We're gonna talk about drugs today and what drugs do and what drugs can do and what drugs can also do to your life.
All right, let's jump
Yes.
into it. I like that.
Yes, jump in.
So,
Let's go.
before you even started smoking in general, what was your thoughts on weed?
Well, I grew up in a house where everybody, it was a good church house. We was very against drugs, alcohol, and everything. But the older I start getting, the more I start noticing you, your own person, and certain things you're gonna experience in life. You have to experience it yourself to know what's good for you and what's not good for you. And unfortunately, I was one of them type of people who had to learn things that was good for me and things that wasn't good for me. So, well, weed, I could tell everybody the moment you put a joint to your mouth, you're gonna open doors that you didn't want to open in life, and you're gonna start becoming a person that you wasn't expecting yourself to become in life. Once you put that drug to your mouth, well, I don't want to say it's a drug, however people call it a drug, but it is the gateway for you to start many other drugs. If you're not mentally strong or you don't know yourself, that's the only way I can explain that.
Yeah, well said. And that's something I do talk about on this channel that I strongly believe weed is a gateway to stronger drugs. And he's someone who does it, who started with weed. And here we are. He's the one speaking about it, right? There's evidence to support that claim. One other
And it,
question. Go for it. Sorry. Go for
and it's crazy. I can remember the first time I put weed to my mouth, and I started to get high, and I'm telling my friend in the car, this is how weed make you feel. This is the feeling that I'm like, oh, I gotta, it's just I gotta keep having this. I gotta, I love the feeling that it was giving me, not knowing tomorrow when I wake up I'm gonna be searching for that same feeling again. And something I would tell any and everybody, get to love yourself, because if you love yourself, there's certain things that before you can even do it, your self-conscious will tell you no. You know, it's not good for you. I don't think this is something you would even want to do. And
it.
a lot of people is not that. Well, I don't. We live in a society where noise is a lot, so we don't get to hear ourselves. So I tell people, take time and get to hear yourself with any decision you're about to make, because it could be a good decision and it could be your last decision.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so
I
my
like
thing
that.
was the moment I start smoking, it was like I was going through a breakup, and I felt like this was some way I could have coped. And this is when I knew the devil is real, because when you lie and when you sit around people that actually love you and want to listen to you and you tell them something that's not real or false, it begins to eat at your life. And I can remember I lied to my friend and I told him, hey, I smoked just last week. I never put a joint to my mouth. I never thought I was gonna do that. But that day I lied to him and he offered me to smoke. And from that day my life changed. Reason why was, I don't want to say I didn't love myself, but I was too young to like really know the meaning of loving and just yourself. So
Wow.
I thought that was a way of making me feel good. Or hey, I'm feeling. But to the end of the day, what started happening is the guy that, I don't want to say he introduced me to it, because It's the world has the universe has a crazy way of opening doors, and like I say, it opened doors for you to walk in. And eventually I couldn't hang out with him, so I was in search to smoke more. And what I started doing is attracting bad people into my life. And eventually, life, everything goes by a level. You're gonna start smoking, you're gonna start feeling good. Then one day, the guy that supplies it to you, he's gonna tell you, "Hey, listen, I got some weed, but it's not that weed that you like. That's gonna get you high." And you're gonna want to get high and experience that feeling that you got in the beginning. And that's where you're gonna fumble in life, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna start chasing a high, and then it goes by levels. Like I say, you're gonna be introduced to a set of people that's in a different level in life. They running with a different entity and different type of spiritual with them. So that's where the heroin, the fentanyl addiction comes in. And I was introduced by that, but I was introduced by it in a crazy way because I had a girl that I liked, and one day we go fishing with her family, and my legs were so burnt out from standing up all day, and I wanted some kind of medication that could make my pain go away right away. And the dad, not knowingly, told me, "Hey, you could take these pills right here," and he introduced me to Percocets. And the moment he introduced me to Percocets, I could remember it was two pills I took that night, and I was taking a shower, and I had one of the best feeling taking the shower, the water hitting my skin, and just that
Wow.
warm feeling from the shower. And eventually, I started buying it from the girl that my girlfriend mom. I started buying it from her, from